Picture the following scene. You are at a business dinner or perhaps a classic American diner, enjoying the late afternoon. You notice the man at the table next to you. He is somewhere between 45 and 50 years old. He looks successful, but there is a curious detail. When he places his smartphone on the table, he doesn't just set it down, he turns it screen side down, almost like a protective ritual. You keep watching as he puts the phone back in his pocket. He makes a movement that is far more careful than usual, ensuring the glass is facing his thigh, protected by his own body against the world and any possible impacts from the outside. For most people, this is just being careful. But in the world of deep psychology, this tiny gesture is a scanner that reveals the scars of your childhood and perhaps even your adolescence. Stay with me, because what we are exploring today is how the position of your cell phone screen, the most expensive and intimate object you carry, reveals your level of internal scarcity. We are going to discover why exaggerated care for material goods can be the silent cry of a child who grew up in America during the 80s or 90s, learning that good things are rare and that if something broke, there wouldn't be a second chance. If you are 40 years old or older today, you grew up in an era of transition. Perhaps you remember hand-me-down clothes from older siblings, toys held together with duct tape because a new one wasn't in the budget, or that television that needed a special touch to work because the repair was too expensive. Back then, the lesson was clear. The world is a place of limited resources. If you lost your Walkman or broke your bike, the void it left was permanent. The psychologist Alfred Adler called this the inferiority complex and its subsequent overcompensation. Adler argued that our adult obsessions are attempts to heal our childhood lacks. For an American who lived through the economic insecurity of past crises or who came from a working-class family where every cent was counted, a $1,000 smartphone is not just a phone. It is the ultimate symbol that you made it. It is the material proof that you are no longer that child who had nothing. Because of this, a scratch on the screen isn't just aesthetic damage, it's an emotional trigger that throws you back into that feeling of helplessness and poverty. Researchers Eldar Shafir and Sendil Mullainathan, authors of seminal studies on scarcity, explain that a brain under deprivation enters a state of tunneling. You focus so hard on protecting the little you have that you end up losing the peripheral vision for abundance. This habit of protecting the screen against your body in your pocket is the scarcity brain operating in the background. It is the phobia of returning to the state of having nothing, manifested in a gesture of mere millimeters. Notice the difference in behavior. Men who grew up in cradles of abundance often treat expensive objects with an almost irritating carelessness. They toss their phone onto the car console, leave the screen exposed, and if the glass breaks, they simply buy another one. To them, the object is a replaceable tool. But for those who carry the DNA of scarcity, the object is a security amulet. The psychologist Donald Winnicott would call the cell phone the new transitional object for adults, the equivalent of a child's security blanket. If the object suffers damage, your very sense of internal safety can be shaken. This obsessive care is not responsibility. It is a mental cage. When you spend so much psychic energy protecting a piece of glass, you are reinforcing to your subconscious the idea that you are small and that your possessions are bigger than you are. You are telling your brain, I cannot afford to fail because I don't trust my ability to recover what I've lost. True wealth does not manifest in the shine of what you own, but in your indifference toward it. If you want to break this cycle and finally live in a state of real abundance, there is a way out that you can start walking today through a process of 3 fundamental steps. The first step is to reevaluate the past. You need to look at that boy from decades ago and tell him the war is over. Understand that your fear of a scratch on your phone is in truth the fear of being that vulnerable child again. Recognize that your current situation is no longer the same. Separate the object from your identity. The second step is to practice detachment. Start training your brain to understand that you are the master of things, not the other way around. Every now and then, place your phone on the table, screen side up, exposed. Feel the discomfort, observe the anxiety rising, and do nothing. Let the world touch your object. When you stop overprotecting what you own, you signal to your nervous system that you are strong enough to handle imperfection and loss. The third step is to exercise abundance through confidence. Abundance is not about how much you have in the bank, but about the internal certainty that you are the source of value. Start treating your tools like tools. If the phone gets scratched, understand that it is a sign of a life being lived. Focus your energy on creating new projects, strengthening connections, and generating value. When you stop guarding the little, you make room for the much. Remember the secret. From T. Harv Eker's, what you focus on expands. Real maturity is the ability to walk through life with open hands, knowing that nothing truly yours can be taken away by a bump or a household accident. As Tyler Durden said in Fight Club, the things you own end up owning you. Step away from that place. You are the owner of the thing, not the other way around. If this topic revealed a hidden part of your behavior, or if you found it interesting, do not stop here. Click on the video appearing on your screen right now to continue exploring the secrets of the human psyche. Subscribe, like the video, and remember, abundance is a state of mind that begins when you let go of control. I will see you in the next video.